Welcome to Jason is a Social Scientist by Mouth Daily, pill number 203. Sometimes it's like when I watch myself talk, it looks like I talk out of one side of my mouth. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Yeah, it's because the echo chamber engaged. Hey, everybody. Whoa. Fucking fuck. Hey, everybody. Dang it, right the heck, right? Right. Jamil's first. Shauna says, yay. Dandelion says, hi. Hi, everybody. Hey, everybody. You guys are like, I'm like, I'm gonna be crappy, and then you guys all put me on. Fucking I'm like, I'm not even gonna read the comments today. That's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm not even gonna look at them. I'm just gonna sit down here and be all cranky. And then, like, you guys come on and I'm smiling. I hate you. Oh, I love you guys. Hey, Crystal. Whoa. All right, here we go. Dang it, right to heck. It's this way over there. Dang it to heck. My wife moved everything around today. Apparently she had to vacuum under the sewing machine, I don't know. What the heck? Dang it. Oh, we didn't get the echo chamber engaged. What am I doing? I waited till the show started to smoke because, well, I wanted to commune with you guys, and I'm running low. Dang, 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 dang. Yeah, oh, Jason, how's it going? Oh, man, Austin, hi, good to see ya. Things are alright, just alright, how about, we'll go with that, things are alright. Dang it to heck. Maybe it should be just like that. Who knows? I don't know. Like it matters. Nothing matters. Alright, here we go. Did you have your kids watch Mr. Rogers yet? No, not yet. Not yet. Laura spent most of the day with them. I slept all day. I slept all evening, I mean. My knee hurts too. I went to field day at the kids' school yesterday. Field day started at 1, and I spent the rest of the day going to different huddle groups, right? And playing, I don't know, just different team building games. And then we were playing Sharks versus Minnows in the gym, and I tripped over a kid and ate it and landed right on my knee. Now it's all swelled up. It's all swole. Dang it. I didn't eat the kid, I just ate it. I fell. Hey, Sam Donahue, how are you? Is lively in here tonight? What are you guys all up to? Just getting used to hanging out by myself in the echo chamber again. Dang it to heck, says Jim Hart. Forgive you for what? Of course you're forgiven. But what am I forgiving you for? Where'd that little table go? Here it is. Not being available is don't never have to apologize for that. Life happens, and life, as much as I'd like it to, does not revolve around me. I don't know why that horse has been there lately, but I liked it there, so that's where it's gonna be. Dang it. Alright, we gotta finish up the candle here. Let's see, gotta get the fireplace engaged. Gotta have priorities. Prioritize. The fresh edition. Oh, I don't know, it's getting old. Nothing's fresh around here. It does to me. Oh, I need a haircut. I look like a schlub. Dang it to heck. What the fuck is a schlub anyway? Tiffany, you going to bed? Oh, I'm glad I got on here just before you made it to bed. I'll read you a bedtime story here. Let me get the fireplace going. It's almost ready. Tiffany, you going to bed? Oh, I'm glad I got on here just before you made it to bed. Go, Gadget Flame. Okay. We're making some progress here. Yay. Okay. Story time. Whee! Oh wait. Good night, Tiffany. Ha ha.
Good night, Tiffany.
All of us here in the echo chamber wish you a pleasant night. Max is here. Oh, I'm glad you enjoy it, Tiffany. Do my favorite. Old Mother Hubbard. I got a couple favorites, I guess. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to fetch her poor dog a bone. But when she got there, the cupboard was bare, and so the poor dog had none. She went to the baker's to buy him some bread, but when she came back, the poor dog was dead. She went to the joiner's to buy him a coffin, but when she came back, the poor dog was laughing. She took a clean dish to get him some tripe, but when she came back, he was smoking a pipe. She went to the fishmonger's to get him some fish, but when she came back, he was licking the dish. Big Mac is here. She went to the alehouse to get him some beer, but when she came back, the dog sat in a chair. She went to the tavern for white wine and red, but when she came back, the dog stood on his head. She went to the hatter's to buy him a hat, but when she came back, he was feeding the cat. She went to the barber's to buy him a wig, but when she came back, he was dancing a jig. She went to the fruiterer's to buy him some fruit, but when she came back, he was playing the flute. She went to the tailor's to buy him a coat, but when she came back, he was riding a goat. She went to the cobbler's to buy him some shoes, but when she came back, he was reading the news. She went to the seamstress to buy him some linen, but when she came back, the dog was a-spinning. She went to the hosier's to buy him some hose, but when she came back, he was dressed in his clothes. The dame made a curtsy, the dog made a bow. The dame said, "Your servant." The dog said, "Bow wow." Although Mother Hubbard was a stock nursery rhyme character known since the 16th century at least, this version of the rhyme was written in 1804 by Sarah Catherine Martin, daughter of Sir Henry Martin and an early love of Prince William Henry, later William IV. The comic adventures of Mother Hubbard and her dog, published the following year, was an immediate success with upwards of 10,000 copies sold in a few months, followed by numerous reprints. Miss Martin, it seems, wrote the rhyme after her future brother-in-law, John Pollexfen Bastard MP for Kitley Devon, had chided her for chattering while he was writing a letter and urged her to run away and write one of your stupid little rhymes. The archaic rhyming of laughing with coffin suggests that Miss Martin may have used an early version of the rhyme as a basis for her verses. Chicken necks. Good night, Tiffany. Whoa, these socks are slipperier than normal. Yikes. Yeah, I don't know. Something's got me down. My mood is not as good. Is it? Is it something as petty as this show that I can't share it? Is that why? That's ridiculous. God, I'm so easily discouraged. I'm still working on that fake ID. I'm gonna get it just perfect. It's looking pretty good. I've got Rodney done. Now I just have to work on Danger. It's a play on Rodney Dangerfield. I don't know. I've been liking him lately. Well, I always liked him. What's that movie? Back to School? Well, the triple, quadruple, something dive. Oh, I loved that movie when I was a kid. I bet you my kids would like that. I was a big fan of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and watched that with my kids. That really caught their attention. Good night, Tiffany. And to pack this fresh. Oh, thanks, Big Mac. I should have shaved right beforehand. I already got some shadow developing here. Hey, Coffer, I love you too, man. Thanks, Big Mac. I should have shaved right beforehand. I already got some shadow developing here. Hey, Coffer, I love you too. I've got little miniature Wally and Eve somewhere. I gotta just figure it out here. I'm sorry I've been starting so late, guys. I've been catching up and sleep a little bit. Feels like I'm coming down from a high a little bit, right? I don't know how the mighty have fallen, right? Like last night's video got like 500 views as opposed to like my peak one was 26,000. And you know, I knew a lot of it was artificial just because I shared it so much, but still, like that brought in a lot of new people and gave us all people to interact with, and kept a steady flow of people in and out. And you know, just like it's just like the dopamine effect, right? Just I think like you guys were just just those numbers, the numbers even like we're just like, oh yeah, it's like. And I couldn't sleep, and I don't know, maybe it's just I would have crashed anyway, but I've just been dive bombing, I don't know, and my mood has been such shit, like my mood is always shit though, I don't know, up and down, labile, that's me. Big Max says, finally slept 3 hours last night, Jason, 3 hours and 8 days, I feel like death, oof, yeah, that's painful, that's like when it starts to get ugly painful. like after about 2 days, like after 24 hours, you're really tired. At least I'm really tired, and then but like after 24 hours, you get like this hypomania that's associated with insomnia, right? Or like a lack of sleep. You get paradoxically more energy. But then after about 72 hours, like, I don't know. Yeah, anyway. You get like 2 days of decent hypomania, and then it starts to be like the energy it's more of an irritable mania. Right? There's like a euphoric kind of mania, and then there's like this irritable type of mania. And irritable is no fun. Tacoma says, hello North Tacoma. Hello North Tacoma, and hello Jeff. Hello, welcome. Dang the heck. Yeah, I am gonna work around this. I'm gonna get an account to be able to share with, right? Like this is like I'll be able to get around that. I could even work on using my wife's account. I just haven't gotta get that. I gotta light that fire underneath myself, right? All I want to do is sleep right now. I don't have the energy to set up the show. Look at this. Like you guys are stuck watching me set up the show. Now, part of me thinks that maybe watching the show is good. I don't know. Big Mac says, yeah, I have insomnia and bipolar, so all fun and games, lol. Well, mania can be fun, I guess, especially if you can funnel it. We can put up twin space stations tonight. I'm thinking about moving it anyway, putting something else. I don't know. Although, I don't know. I know nothing. Maybe right here. I don't know. I took the pig down too. I stripped everything, except these guys are still here. But I put up a new disco ball. The disco ball upgrade we have here, and I don't remember what happened exactly, but everything ended up having to come down. Let's see. I'm trying to decide. I don't know. I want to do something with this Mario head. I found it lying on the basement floor. I don't know. That's good enough for now, I guess. You know nothing, Jon Snow. That's one of my favorite memes. I really like it a lot, at least. It's Jon Snow playing Jeopardy, and he's playing against that one dude, like the guy that knows how to click it just right. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that one. What's that computer beat him? I forget, right? And the IBM computer. Not Deep Blue. That was a chess winner. But anyway. Another computer just wanted to go. But why are we talking about that? Oh, the Jon Snow meme. Like, Jon Snow has like negative 3,000 something, and everybody else, like the other two on either side, have like 40,000. And so, he's not doing well because he knows nothing. Jon Snow is terrible at Jeopardy. I woke up your dog last night too, didn't I, Samantha? Dang it, the heck. Man, this is my last bowl. Oh. Or second to last, maybe. Who knows? Who knows these things? And I have all the weed I put through the vaporizer. So it's like toasted weed. I can smoke that and pretend I'm getting high. There's so many more people here tonight than at the beginning than the other nights. Thank you for being here. Let's put on a song. Let's put on a new song for the whoa. I always watch it recorded live, or try to. That's nice. They're long too, so it's okay if you fast forward through them. Only watch little bits, but it's nice. I appreciate that. It's nice. It's nice that it. I don't know. Yeah. What is it? I like being watched. I do admit it. I'm an exhibitionist, perhaps. I should do porn. All right, here we go. Josh, you should be a guest real soon, Josh is my rapist friend. Rapist? Rapist? My rapper friend. Rapist. Ben's gonna help me do porn. Sweet. Swiggity sweet. Yeah, your appearance, Josh, is overdue.
Hello to you too. Hello to you too.
Purple Moose. I love these Moldoramas. I don't know, they had them when I was a kid here in Madison. We had to go to the Milwaukee Zoo, but they're molded out of this, I don't know, whatever this type of plastic is, on demand out of these machines, and they come out all hot still. I don't know, kind of mushy, and they have a very distinctive odor. It's so cool. Where are am I looking for up here again? I am Big Mac. I hopefully he knows. I can see his comments. And you can always tell that you're live if your comments are showing up here. I really do look like Brendan Fraser. Is the gigantic forehead maybe? And you can always tell that you're live if your comments are showing up here. I really do look like Brendan Fraser. Is the gigantic forehead maybe? That's the bleach I'm gonna drink later. Not funny, Jason. That's really inappropriate. Okay, where's that cord? Here it is. Embrace the gray. Where is Wes anyway? Embrace the gray. Where is Wes anyway? Big Mesa. By the way, I'm only 25. Well, truth be told, shouldn't even admit this, right? It wasn't that long ago, and I'm 38, right? This 18-year-old skipped high school. his morning classes to come have sex with me. I'm a bad person. I'm gonna get some daddy's gonna kill me with a shotgun pretty soon, I'm pretty sure. Somebody's gonna show up at the door here. I have no idea. Dang it to heck, this is really bad. Oh my goodness, okay. Somebody's gonna show up at the door here. I have no idea. Dang it to heck, this is really bad. Why? It's not even funny, Jason. No shame. No shame in this game. Is that what they say? I don't know. Why? It's not even funny, Jason. No shame. No shame in this game. Is that what they say? I don't know. Oh yeah, I was gonna put on a song. A new record. Let's see, what do we got? My Last Goodbye. I didn't scare away Big Mac. Good, good. Dang it, the heck. Yeah, that, like, the 18-year-old, that was, like, he was super afraid of the HIV, so that made it awkward. Whatever. I can't say I really blame people for being afraid. I was afraid. I wouldn't have had sex with somebody that was HIV positive. I wonder if I know what I know now, if I would. Like, if I would have seen my show and heard what I had to say, would it have made a difference about how it felt. And I don't know. I really don't. How could I know? Kim. Again, you're insatiable, Alex.
Oh, darling, you are gone.
The gods are pleased. Good, good. I am happy as well. Wait, we are the gods here. Alex is pleased. I am pleased. I can't speak for the rest of the gods, but there's so many of us. None of us can speak for us all. Copper is in Sickistan, Missouri. Sickistan. And I am from Madison, Wisconsin. Baraboo, Wisconsin is where I was born. Where were you all born? Or hatched. Or laid, as the case may be. Good morning, Ida. Oh, I've just been having a rough go of it. Good morning, Ida. Oh, I've just been having a rough go of it. And this one is called Lynn. Edward Howard something orchestra. There's 15 cents is written over the top of it. I can't read that. I like this. I like My Last Goodbye though. This is a pretty one. Good morning and good night, dangers. Yes, yep, Copper. Jason is a social scientist is old news. No, it's, I can't share the show, so it really affects how many people watch. gonna keep doing the show regardless. Even if no one watched, I'd still do it. It's like old times. And yeah, well, I'm gonna get a workaround for the sharing business, and I don't know, but it's really, when I started the show, I had hoped and I really believed that the show would be more than the sum of its, the sum of would be more than the whole would be more than the sum of its parts. That's what it is. Each show, it does, like, by doing it every day, no one show is important, right? It's like what's important after a while is the bulk of them. And I don't know, what made me think of that is just I personally enjoy, like, those selfies that are taken once a day, for a year, to see how people change. Almost like it's like time lapse in a way. And that's what the show hopefully becomes, is like a real-time time lapse. Who knows? I don't know. Samantha Joes, I'm from Huntsville, Alabama. Woo! Well, thank you, Coffer. Thank you, Coffer. Coffer says he's my number one fan, and he's gonna be here the whole time. But you could be my number one fan and never see the show. Like, I think maybe my kids count as that, right? I don't know. In some ways, I think this, like, the show is even just maybe just a, like, I don't know. It's a way to reach out, but, like, I don't know. I don't even know. I'm not gonna spew verbal diarrhea here right now. I don't know. I'm just gonna embarrass myself. Okay. Sydney, Australia, Damien. Nice. That's right. You aren't you? Oh, now that I'm starting. This is good for you. This later start, right? Because you're home from work. Thank you, Tony. Tony Toledo says we wrap it. $66. But lacking the Northern Hemispherians. It's like, well, we'd get them if, like, because there's a lot of us insomniacs. We gotta get to them. But lacking the Northern Hemispherians. Like I said, I'm working on. Shouldn't admit to this. I'm totally working on fake ID. Like, Rodney Danger is gonna live. It's not. Well, I don't know. No, smoke and mirrors. This could be all fiction, right? No, so yeah, but it's total fake ID. I'm using I'm using my passport and my dad's a picture from when he was about my age, and it's pretty good. I've got Rodney so far. I'm only because I don't really have access to. I do have access to computer, but it's all virus ridden, and I can only be in the browser for like 5 minutes before it like pops up a new like every 5 minutes I have to like kill all these windows. Anyway, I'm too lazy to do anything about it, and so what? So I'm just using my phone to edit and yeah, I made one and it wasn't very good. It was a rush job, and I don't think the count's going to be recovered. So I'm getting one prepared in advance, a decent fake, and then after that, once I've got like a verified account, then I'm gonna friggin' what am I gonna do? Then we'll dang the show to high heaven. That's what. I don't know. Until then, until I get my shit together, it'll be smaller and more intimate, which is in some ways better. I think there's people that watched the show in the past that miss that, maybe. A lot less frogs and trolls, I think. Oh, for sure, for sure. They kind of give me energy sometimes, though. They do. They're the ones that, like... They're the ones that, like... They're the audience I really want to reach. They're, like, if I want to educate, that's the audience. Like... I don't know. I'm preaching my message to the people that care about me. Which, I don't know. And I already understand. I don't know. Like, I've already heard. Like, it's just about people. Like, I call it echo chamber, but I want the dissonant voices in here. I want the ones that don't like that have preconceived notions about people with HIV or about people that smoke weed or whatever. Like, I don't know, some people think people who smoke weed are, whatever. Like, there's all sorts of stereotypes that people have, and I like to be able to have a chance to break those, I guess. I don't know, I think I sound pretty grandiose right now. Here's the pig. Big Mac, if you're still here, here's the pig. Where should we hang the pig? That's a good question. He was, like, when I get him too close to the camera, he's out of focus. But pigs should fly. Here in the echo chamber. We'll get him flying here. Go Pig! Spidey Pig. My kids love Spider Pig from The Simpsons. We'll get him flying. we need whatchamacallit? What am I trying to say? New. Wait, no, this is the thin stuff, I think. Okay. New. Wait, no, this is the thin stuff. Let's see. Good night. Love you. Yeah, totally. Big Mac, you can name the pig. Hey Norma. Hi Norma. How are you? We're just hanging a pig right now. But no, don't worry, no animals were injured in the making of this pill. My arm is in the way here. Oh yeah, and we're hanging this with the great state of Florida. This pig brought to you by the great state of Florida. Oh yeah, and we're hanging this with the great state of Florida. Florida, Florida, Florida. Florida, Florida, Florida. I don't have all 50 states. I've got, of course I have Florida though. It's such an important state. What, Tim Russert, he had there's still the dry erase board, I think in the Smithsonian or something, where he wrote Florida, Florida, Florida when election night. He's like, it's all down to this state. The kid, Spoinkington, I have to say Spoinkington all the time now. Thanks a lot, Big Mac. Spoinkington. I have to say Spoinkington all the time now. Thanks a lot, Big Mac. He's getting a nickname, I tell you that. Spoinker, maybe. Needs a full name. He needs a full name, too. I tell you that. Spoinker, maybe. Needs a full name. He needs a full name, too. Enjoy. You have to give us a report on what you ate. Enjoy. You have to give us a report on what you ate. Ah! Darn you, pig! Darn you, pig! Dang it. I love it. Winston Spoinkington III. Whoop. I love it. Winston Spoinkington III. I might call him Mick Spoinker for short. I might call him Mick Spoinker for short. Ah! Cinnamon. You're hungry? Norma's hungry. I don't have cinnamon. I have cookies and cream and confetti. Pop-Tarts. Norma's hungry. I don't have cinnamon. I have cookies and cream and confetti. Pop-Tarts. Let's see if we can see. Wait. No. And that, it's weird. It's different. Going live is different with the iPad like I am now than it is with my phone. With my phone, I can swipe left and see a list of, I think, it's not a complete list. I'll have like four names and then have plus and then say how many more. And I don't know. I think it's not a complete list. I'll have like four names and then have plus and then say how many more. And oh, peanut butter and jelly, nice. What flavored jelly? I'd like to know more about you, Norma. Tell us if you want to. Tell us about yourself. Actually, if anybody wants to come on the show and tell us about themselves. Strawberry jelly. No pressure though. Like maybe I'll just keep busy here. I don't know what. Don't say that. Don't say that. Boring. Boring is beautiful. Boring is beautiful. Trust me, there's definitely beauty in the mundane. Oh. Trust me, there's definitely beauty in the mundane. Yeah, the ordinary parts of life, you don't miss until they're gone, maybe, right? Well, you never miss anything until it's gone. Oh, that's like rhyme store wisdom. And somehow, Norma, I don't even, I don't believe, no one's boring. I don't even really get to know them. And somehow, Norma, I don't even, I don't believe, no one's boring. I don't even really get to know them. Let's play another song. I'm really enjoying this Dirty Dozen. I played this for the first time a few nights ago. I have a bin of records from my uncle that I'd never played before, and I think this is one of the most interesting ones. The Dirty Dozen. It's and then after hearing it, I looked it up, and Dozens is a game, sort of like rap battles back like in African American communities or black communities in the 20s. And yeah, I don't know. So, and also Eminem's first band or group, D12, was named after Dirty Dozen. These recording, I don't know. This is really good. This is recorded September 1929. I don't know, and it feels to me like 1950. I don't know. It sounds ahead of its time.
I want all you women folks to fall in line. Shake your shimmy like I'm shaking mine. You shake your shimmy and you shake it fast.
Shake your shimmy and shake it fast. Want all you women folk to fall in line. That's his words, not mine.
Mama do the love.
I don't know. Thank you.
Yonder goes your mom going across the field, running down shaking like an automobile. I hollered at your mama and I told her to wait. She stepped away from me like a cat that shaking that she's a running with me. Rob here the street, back here the truck, lift here the dust, mama to the dog. I like your mama, like your sister too. I didn't like your daddy, but your daddy wouldn't do. Met your daddy on the corner the other day. You know about that he was funny that way, but now he was funny with me. Rum and tea, whiskey in the cup, coffee in the cup. Your mama do the love, you know.
Oh man. All right. This show animates me, I guess. When I'm not doing the show, you called me an energetic person. I always like to say sloth is my favorite sin. But they're all pretty fun. You just fake it, and I can't dance either. I don't know, it's fear, I think. I've been, I've been doing the show for a long time now, right? And a lot of hours. And but when I first started the show, I needed drugs to really let loose. I needed whippets. Whippets are what made me even be able to come on live on my personal timeline. I was brave enough to go in private groups, but I wasn't brave enough to go out in front of friends and family and everybody. And I wasn't dancing for sure, but the more comfortable I get, I think that's what it is. It's just moving, being not afraid to move your body in front of people, or that's what it is. I think really that's what it is for me, at least. Not afraid of being embarrassed. Like, that's one thing. Like, for this show, like for a long time, I'm just said, because you have thoughts that go through your head, and if I think of something to say that I think will embarrass me, that's like that's a clue to me. That's where I should go. Like, I try to keep embarrassing myself. Like, it's I don't know, desensitization. You want to come on, Big Mac? You're totally welcome to come on. Come on. I said it. Anybody. So like, you're totally welcome. You can come. You want to get beamed in? I'll beam you in. It'll be fun. You're totally welcome to come on. Come on. I said it. Anybody. So like, you're totally welcome. I'm getting better with this. Matter energy transportation business here. Okay. He's gonna come out smaller, but after the show, we'll put him through the taffy stretcher. He'll be fine. Laura just sent me an image. Said, I don't know, she knows that I like Wes Anderson a lot. She said, Gene Hackman reportedly said, "Pull up your pants and act like a man." The actor didn't like Wes Anderson when he was working with the director on Royal Tenenbaums. According to Gene Hackman's co-star Gwyneth Paltrow, Hackman told the director, "Pull up his pants and act like a man." Even reportedly called him a cunt. Wes Anderson's a genius. I love him. I did like Hackman in Superman, though. He is a good Lex Luthor. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna beam him in right through here.
Sir?
Shh. You're not here yet. I thought I turned down the volume, dang it. Alright, no, hey. Hi. We're beaming in, you ready? Thanks for being on. Okay, here, we gotta turn down this. I haven't got all the kinks worked out yet, maybe. Okay. And can you turn your phone in landscape? Perfect. All right, we got this. Big Mac is here. Ben McIntyre. We're gonna beam him in right now. Oh, yep, it's gonna work. There he is, everybody. Ben, Big Mac. Gotta work on that a little bit, maybe. There's potential there. There is, everybody. Ben, Big Mac. Gotta work on that a little bit, maybe.
Well, I'm coming live to you from the UK. It's 9:45 in the morning.
And where was it from? Where are you from again?
The UK, mate.
Nice. Nice. And whereabouts?
I live in a town called Keswick.
It wasn't in I wasn't in the UK for very long, but I was did go to I was in a village called, or a town called Harwich, like, I don't know, on the English Channel, but I don't know. That's my and then I also went to Stonehenge. Those are the two places I was at in the UK.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I want to come to America again.
You should totally come and visit me if you do, but like, no, maybe not, because Wisconsin, I wouldn't really highly recommend the Midwest, but you know, I guess Wisconsin's not so bad, I guess, but
Wisconsin's got good cheese.
yeah, decent. I really like the Pacific Northwest. That's my favorite place in the world to go, really, I think, is Oregon and Washington. It's just gorgeous there. That's what I would recommend. And maybe I'll be there by the time you come again to the United States and you can come visit me in real life.
I would do, mate.
No, that'd be nice. I always say everybody should like turn off the show and like tune out of the show, turn off Facebook and whatever, and then drop into the science lab. That's a social experiment. See, what was that? I'm sorry.
And then suddenly you get like 50 people at your door just coming to say hello.
Yeah, well, that would be cool. It'd make for a good show. It'd make for good TV. Maybe not for it wouldn't be maybe that conducive to like a personal life, but.
No, I want to visit Forks in Washington, D.C.
What in Washington?
The town called Forks.
Fox, like the animal. I just want to make sure. But no, I've never heard. I'm not sure I know. Where like, what about Washington? I'm sorry. What about that town?
I don't know. It seems like the perfect place that I want to live because, yeah, there's a town, but then it leads into forest and nature, and I love nature.
Mm-hmm. No, me too. That's what I like about the Pacific Northwest so much. But so you're talking about Washington D.C. though, right? I've never been there, so it's.
Well, it's in the state of Washington D.C. The town called Forks.
Okay. And like Washington D.C. is weird. It's not really a state. It's like it's in the District of Columbia, and it's the people in it like live in this quasi like unrepresented state, right? Where they because they I think they have one House of Representatives, but they're not covered by. They don't have a senator, and like so, like no one really cares what happens to them. It's like it's a rough place to live with, especially if you're African American. They say that they call Washington D.C. what like an Oreo, something like that, because it's like black on the outside and like, the white creamy center. I don't know.
We, funnily enough, have a similar saying over here. If there's, like, say a guy comes from what people would class as a typical black family, like gangster, thinking they're hard and they're the bad man, it's called, and they wear a suit and they try to act how like posh white people would act. We call that being a bounty, which is black on the outside but white on the inside.
Where does the phrase come from? Where does the word come? Bounty, like bounty. When I think of bounty here, it's the name of a paper toweling to clean up things.
Oh no! We've got Bounty, obviously the kitchen towels, and we've got a chocolate bar called Bounty.
Ah, okay.
It's like desiccated coconut molded into a block covered in chocolate.
No, I gotcha. Like I heard the Oreo thing from Stephen Colbert, and I forget what he called. He somehow changed it up and called another place a Malamar because it had I don't know how he made it into a joke, but it was like I don't know. I like all this. I'm such a ninny. I get nervous when I start talking about racial issues or making race-based humor. Like, I don't know. I think there's a lot of potential for humor there, but it's just like I get so I don't know. I sometimes I'm not afraid of like using racially charged words, like as long as I don't think any word is bad. It's just it's the context of how you use them, and I don't know if you're trying to hurt people. That's the other thing. Like I don't want to be making fun. I don't want to like make minorities or people that are that I view as like really in difficult situations the butt of a joke. Like I think the people that putting them in those situations and the people that like benefit from their misery, they're the ones who should be the butt of the jokes. But but I get so nervous about even touching that kind of humor. I don't know. But I want to get over that too. I think it's important to talk about those issues and not be afraid to come at them, I guess.
True. Hang on 2 seconds. Actually, back to a second.
Jeff says you're talking about Forks, Washington.
Yeah.
I was having trouble with that. I've never heard of it though. Is it a pretty how did you hear of it? Or have you been to Washington?
No. It's going to sound quite nerdy, but I wanted to go there anyway. But then it came out in the film Twilight series.
Oh,
like, Breaking Dawn and that.
No, that's funny. Like I for a long time I wanted to live in Boring, Oregon. I'd never been there. I'd been to Oregon, and I was like, it was just close to Portland, and I'm like, well, boy, I just like to say that I live in Boring. I don't know, and so like, no, I think it's fun though. I think it's fun to like. That's a fun reason to want to move there. But the whole nature thing. That's exactly why I want to move to Washington. Like I want to, I've been there twice, and I flew into Washington and then drove down the coast, the Pacific coast through Oregon. Like Highway 101 is the most beautiful drive I've ever seen. And then it's only like 2 hours inland, and you're in the mountains, and like even in June there was still 10 feet of snow over your head, like alongside the roads, and like they get 60 feet of snow a year, and I don't know, just pristine lakes. And there's like Crater Lake is the most, like, it's just gorgeous. It's on it's inside of a volcano, so it's 11,000 feet high, and then the lake is 1,700 feet deep. It's the deepest lake in the United States, and it's surrounded just by mountains. It's in the caldera of a volcano, so it's just pristine, and
Sounds blessed.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy. I just love it there. And I went back. So I went there in 2005, and I went back again in 2016, just this past summer. So you said you said you wanted to come to the United States again? Did I hear that? Like, so when were you here before? And like, what did you think?
I was in foster care, and my foster carers were religious, and like they went to this religious camp in Texas, and like the kids and the teenagers and that got to work on the ranch.
Well, that's a pretty unique view of the United States, then. Like Texas alone is its own culture in the United States, I think. So did you get to see other parts, or like did you get exposed to American culture? Would you say, or I'm just making assumptions, I guess.
Well, obviously, I worked with the horses on the ranch and that, but I mainly tried to try the food over there, which I absolutely love, because Americans and making like burgers or like foods from different cultures, you make it so unique. Even though it's a unique food anyway, you have your own unique twist on it, and it's so nice.
Oh, that's interesting. That I don't know. I guess I don't know how to feel about like America. I eat like shit just because like I eat way too much fast food, and that's how I think of Americans eating, is like fast food and like frozen food, like but then like in our restaurants it feels like a lot of just like maybe I'm in Wisconsin in particular, just a lot of bar and grill, like you said, burger place. Our burgers are pretty decent, right? But yeah, I guess it's interesting to hear an outside perspective of something more, of the place that I'm from. Yeah, even though I'm not from Texas, like I said, the Midwest is a lot different than Texas, I think, and Florida is different from Texas for sure, and then the coasts are definitely different from each other. United States, I guess, is a pretty big place, like, so I don't know.
I do want to visit Hawaii as well.
Yeah, me too. Except it just seems prohibitively expensive, but
definitely.
Yeah, but I think it seems gorgeous though. I'd love to go there.
I think I looked at tickets a couple of months ago for Hawaii, go there for a week and then fly back on the Sunday evening, and it was like £1,850.
And that's and pounds are worth more than dollars, at least, right? At least like probably.
I don't actually know because I haven't seen an exchange rate lately.
Yeah, I guess
every time I try to get the news, it's like, oh wait, I'm too late.
Yeah, I haven't looked for a long time either, but it probably not since, I guess, 11 years. Probably I haven't looked. I don't think not since I was there. So, but I thought it seemed like pounds were more then, at least at that time. And I'm sure like all this like Brexit stuff has affected shit, right? I don't know.
Oh yeah, it definitely has, mate. It's kind of created a divide between a lot of people. And people get really uptight about it and dead political, even though they've never ever once turned around and go, oh yeah, I like follow this party or I follow this party because of this. So people are like, oh yeah, because we're getting out of EU, I support these people. It's like, okay, do you support anything else they do? It's like, what else do they do? Like, people don't actually know.
It's like the new litmus test. Like the litmus test. Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Keep going.
Like on the 8th of next month, June, we've got a general election for our Prime Minister.
And people, you think that's the main issue people are voting on then? Is the Brexit?
Well, Brexit and also the person that we had, Theresa May, as Prime Minister before the general election. She's thinking about because obviously, like, typical British thing was fox hunting back in the like 90s and 80s.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that being a big issue.
That's now banned over here because foxes became endangered. But now, because they're thriving, she's thinking about lifting that ban and letting hunting continue. But most people in the UK think it's barbaric and just not right. Like, if it was for like all different sort of things like rabbits, deer and things like that, yeah, fair enough. That's hunting to put meat on your plate. But just for generally going out and watching your dogs tear another canine to bits for enjoyment is purely barbaric.
Yeah, no, I remember, I think I remember, like you said, it was in the 90s. I think I remember hearing, is that when it got banned, was in the 90s?
I think it was late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, like I think I remember that being, like, seeing on the news that being a debated issue, right? Like, but,
she also wants to privatise our National Health Service. Because obviously, like, you know, you come to the UK, you don't have to pay, like, your insurance doesn't have to pay. If you live in the UK, you get free healthcare.
Yeah, that's the way it should be everywhere, right? I think that should be a human right.
But she's trying to privatise it and sell it off to different companies and different people.
And which side of the Brexit is she on?
She's the one moving for getting Britain out of the EU for like as soon as possible. But the way she's going about it is too aggressive. She's going to cut trade deals that we've got already, that people, like countries have already said, yeah, we'll still keep the trade deal after Brexit. You won't have to renegotiate. She's doing it, trying to do it that quick that they're thinking, hang on a second, she's like trying to get out of the EU, but she's doing it too quick. We don't want anything to do with her. So
she sounds like the party of like the insular party, like the people that Trump was able to rally, like the I don't know, it just like the I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I forget the issues that you just said. Like well, I mean, definitely the populist issue, like with the like that seemed like a really distraction type issue with the fox hunting, and then is she part of like, is she kind of like anti-immigrant too? I guess
no, sort of. She agrees that like obviously the immigrants that have come to this country contributed and actually like made a difference to our country and made it better. She's like, yeah, fair enough. Like, you've come over here, you've tried to make your life better because of the country you've come from or where you've come from. You've had problems, but obviously you heard about Manchester earlier this week.
Yes. Yeah.
People like that, the extremists and the ones that are inciting ISIS material and everything, like she really is against that. But obviously they aren't policing it enough over here. Like, if there is like a Muslim preacher that is like really against Britain and his hateful words are just spouting constantly over and over, they aren't nipping it at the bud there. They're waiting until something happens and they'll say, oh, this person was following this person, but he was seen saying this and saying ISIS is good, but we didn't stop him then. We kind of just let him do what he wanted and then complained about it when something happened.
Yeah, terrorism has existed since time immemorial, right? Like, and I don't know how to stop it. Like, I don't really think that you can close the borders to stop terrorism, right? Like, I think we have to stop like bombing. This is like the immigration and the crises are and our conflicts with the Mideast, I think, are self-created, right? Like we've been bad actors in that region for extracting their oil.
In my opinion, it was Bush and Tony Blair that were warmongers that made an excuse to go into Iraq and then basically try and steal the oil. And then, obviously, Saddam Hussein turned into a dictator and was barbaric to his people. So then we kind of created him becoming a dictator. So then we actually had a problem to sort over there. So it was kind of a cover-up.
And we created Osama bin Laden to fight the Russians. We've been extremely bad actors, and then this is like our chickens are coming home to roost. And I don't like. How do you like? I don't think you get you can't. We have to start being good actors. Like, that's how we have. Like, we can't just do it by like, all right, now we're just going to shut down our borders and let these people like have their humanitarian crisis on their own. And we're like, I don't know. I think we have to like, I don't know. As the world, in the past, a war-torn region like Japan is a perfect example. Like, look at how we were able to, after World War II, like by between the mid 40s and the 1980s, a country that was completely war-torn was like one of the most advanced, producing some of the most advanced technology in the world. Like, we could do the same for the Arab world, and if we stopped raping them and helped them, it would be good for everybody.
phone's fallen over, dude. I'm currently looking at your ceiling.
Oh, nope. You slipped down, huh? I think I heard some vibration. It probably shook it down. Like I think I got an alert or something. I got to remember to turn off my notifications.
I can now see the Twin Towers.
You see them? Nice.
Yeah.
I got 2 sets of the Twin Towers in here. Got a little one on the Statue of Liberty too.
Oh yeah. Now I've got a fascination about Alsatians and German Shepherd dogs, so I've got like figurines near my TV and that of the dogs.
German Shepherd, did you say? And which one?
German Shepherd, or the another way to say the name is Alsatian.
Alsatian? Okay. And they're
They're
paid the
much
same?
the same dog. It's just from different regions.
Oh, I never heard of the former. I guess the latter, or both. I guess it was both in context there. Let's see.
I love dogs in general. Like, I think they're the best. Like, they're so compassionate. Like, and they honestly think you are their world because they just love you so much.
No, Sophie is definitely growing up. Have you seen my dog Sophie?
Oh, she's beautiful.
Yeah, and she's been growing on me. Like, I didn't want a dog, right? And I was out of the house for a year, so like when I right after I moved out of the house, my wife got Sophie, and I was kind of against it. I think it wasn't the right time or whatever, and then she was just. Because when my wife got her, we just weren't ready. She wasn't ready for a dog. Like, she was kind of doing it on her own with the 2 kids, and I had the kids half the time, but still, like, the dog was a big responsibility with her working and everything. And so it was not trained, and it was crazy and wild. And so when I moved back in the house, like, I don't know, it's been frustrating, but she's definitely growing on me. She's sweet, just feral. She's sweet and feral. But like
from the pound, or did you buy her did your wife buy her as a puppy, or?
She got her as a puppy, yeah, and and so she's only a year old too. That I have to give her that too. Like,
yeah, she's still going to be hyper and learning what she can and can't do.
But she's totally getting there. Like, yeah, Laura even said that she's so much better since I've been around, and it's just because I have time, like I'm always with her, and I can, so it's good. It's been good.
We have a problem over here that our animal shelters and our pounds and that they're getting pretty full. So I think it was 2 years ago the government started a campaign, adopt, don't buy. Like, because a lot of people were buying puppies, and like when they weren't puppies anymore, they were like, "Oh, we don't want this anymore," and then straight to the pound.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems with owning pets in general. Like it creates a lot of, and there's plenty of animals to take from. Like you said, like from, but I don't know. My wife, I think part of the reason sometimes, like, at least I only can speak for us, but she got a boxer. She had a boxer when I first met her, and when we were like for the first years of us being together. But it died like in 2007, and I think people just sometimes want to replace the dog that they already have. Like, they just get this emotional attachment, and they like to the breed or to the way the dog looks, and like they just I think that's what it is. Like, she was replacing her old dog, and I feel it too. Like I can, I totally miss that old dog. Like she was just really, the best cuddler, and I don't know, just a really loving dog. So I don't know. But like, it's an emotional thing, though, right? Like, I'm not. It's way better to adopt an animal for sure. Actually, I have the Obama Prince, right? Yeah. I have after the election, Shepard Fairey did it has like it looks like a dog like Benji, sort of from the movie, and it says "adopt" on the bottom of it instead of "hope," and it's in the red and blue. I just haven't had it framed, but I still have it. I still have the print though. I should get it. I should get it framed for the show.
Definitely.
Yeah. So how I always like to ask this: How did you find the show?
I was just on the group, like Roast My Selfie.
Roast My Selfie? Is that it? The one? Okay. That's where Nicole. No, that was where Vicky was from. Do you know Vicky Chambers? Maybe.
I think I've seen her on a couple of the live feeds. Yeah.
And she's from Roast My Selfie too. That's where she said she. So I don't know. Like yeah. So it's a pretty big group though, so it's pretty easy. There's a lot of people in groups that I don't know too. So, no, that's cool. I always like to ask just because I like I do like to give credit to the groups too where they and give that because I do I do appreciate the ability to share in the groups and yeah I think yeah so. No, thanks, Roast My Selfie, for giving me Big Mac. Big Mac wouldn't be here without you.
Nah, but I saw your show, and to be honest, there's a lot of groups on Facebook over here that it's all about dissing each other and picking out their faults. I just prefer, obviously like this, talking and actually getting to know each other.
No, it's really nice. Yeah. I just want to acknowledge Nicole. Nicole was on the show the other day too, and she's saying, she said I look at peace tonight, and thank you. Oh, good. It's chill. I'm enjoying the conversation with Big Mac here, Ben McIntyre, and I think with not being able to share the show makes it for a lot fewer people here, and it makes it more intimate. I think that makes me a little calmer too. I think I don't feel as much like the people that are here, like people I've usually seen before, and I don't know. I just it doesn't. I don't. And there's not nearly as many trolls, and yeah, it's just more intimate. And sometimes it can feel a little awkward, but also less pressure maybe too. I don't know. So yeah, but thank you for being here, Big Mac, and thank.
No problem. It's a pleasure.
Nicole says good vibes, and Norma and Steven, Norma's kissing and hugging Steven. XOXO means kiss and hug, right? And it's all warm and fuzzy in here for sure. I love it.
Nah, but what do you call it? When obviously, I have to go. Send me your address because I want to send you something for the show.
Oh no, that's awesome. Yeah, I don't solicit much for the show, but it's definitely for things that people want to put on the show. I'm thinking about even a little corral. I'm like, oh, this is so people can just fun stuff that they can immortalize and I don't know. Yeah, it's really cool. So I'll totally.
He says he'll find it, but there's no idea where it is. There you go.
Kissing and hugging all around. You too, Steven.
It's a giant pink dice with love hearts on it.
Oh, it's awesome. It's gorgeous. It's pink is my favorite color. It's a fierce die. I love it.
It's proud. I really do smoke too much, you know that?
No, I didn't know that. I didn't.
Yeah, I bought 20 cigarettes and in the space, it was last night that I brought them. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 10. So I smoked 10 last night in the space of 4 or 5 hours.
I used to smoke about a pack a day, pack and a half a day, but it's the
reason why I'm using this as well. My vaporizer.
What is that? Vaporizer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they didn't have those back when I was still when I was still smoking. Although I do have somebody had given me it's a like replaceable cartridge, you know, they're like disposable cartridge. They're vaporizer, sort of like they have blue and things like that, but this one's called Juul, and I just really like it a lot. It's better than any of the other. I like it even better than a big vape like rig. I don't know. It's got a nice little kick to it. I don't know.
I've got a big rig. Mine can go up to 350 watts, and it's got a chipped coil, which means when I inhale, like straight to my lungs, so no into my mouth, then into my lungs, it flashes red underneath.
Nicole just says that your voice is very calming.
Oh, thank you very much, Nicole.
So, what was the name of the place you live in again? And like how big is it? And whereabouts?
Kettrick. Well, if you were to go from one side to the other, it'd probably take you about half an hour, 45 minutes.
Okay.
So that's like going lengthways, like landscape.
That's about Madison. It's like 150,000 people, maybe, or like.
I think there's, if I'm remembering correctly, there's 45,000 people in Kettering.
Okay. Maybe Madison's just a little denser then, or something. I don't know. Where, like, so is it more like towards the ocean or more towards the English Channel, or like?
No, it's kind of like we're kind of like in the middle. Like if we go an hour one way, we're at the coast. Like if we go east, we're at the coast. If we go west, it's 2.5 hours to the coast. If we go south, we are southeast. We are like an hour and 15 minutes to the coast. But if we go straight down to like Plymouth and places like that, you're looking at least 2.5 hours, 3 hours.
Okay.
But we're in a lot of beautiful countryside. Like Northamptonshire is like the place for natural beauty in the UK. Like, well, one of the places.
No, it sounds great. It sounds great. I love the water. So like being access to all those different coastlines is really, that's pretty cool.
Trust me, some of the water you wouldn't want to get in.
And I don't even necessarily want to get in the water anyway. I just want to look at it.
Like most of the coastline, obviously around the UK, because we don't exactly have that best of climate, is pretty cold.
Mm-hmm. That's the way the Pacific Northwest is. You don't really want to swim in it very much, but it's just gorgeous to look at, though. I think, or at least I don't know what your coast like. Is it like? I don't know. I don't even know what they call them. I want to say the Cliffs of Dover, but that's like Ireland, right, or something. I don't even know.
No, the Cliffs of Dover's in the UK.
Is it? And is that the kind of place where you're at? Like,
Dover is down, as I said, near Plymouth, so I'd have to travel like 2.5 hours, or even better, travel an hour and 15 minutes on the train.
Okay. Oh, nice. And I think I know what they're like. Are the Cliffs of Dover like tall white cliffs? Like, are they? Yeah. Okay.
They're large chalk cliffs.
No,
like if you've ever watched a British war movie where the planes fly over the cliffs and you see a white cliff, that's Dover.
I think I've seen it. Probably I watch a lot of. At least I used to watch a lot of public television, like nature shows, or like like. There was a channel on Voom HD. There was like that was an HD network, like a satellite HD network back in the day. Like that, they had a lot of high definition nature shows and stuff. So I think I've definitely seen them. And yeah, they're gorgeous. just on television, they're gorgeous.
You do kind of get bored of like all the natural beauty over here unless you really take time to appreciate appreciate it. Like, I never get bored of it because I love nature, I love animals. But when you're kind of around it all the time, you kind of just like pass it off like, yes, every day, whatever, who cares?
Yeah, like around here where I grew up in Wisconsin, in my hometown, there's like it's one of the best state parks in Wisconsin, the Devil's Lake State Park. It's really, when I was a kid, I always thought it was really beautiful, and it is really pretty. But then when I went out to the Pacific Northwest, it put all the natural places in Wisconsin to shame. Like it felt like real wild places, and I don't know, like where they have the kind of place where I don't feel like the top of the food chain. There's all these signs about cougars and grizzly bears, and I don't know, like the cougar. I was constantly afraid a cougar was gonna jump me. I don't know. It just, I really like. So,
Jason, flip your camera around on the one that I'm talking to you on.
Yeah. Do you want to see where you're at here, kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. So, let's see. Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, like.
Oh my God, that giraffe is that a giraffe?
It is. Yep. It represents April, I guess. April is always pregnant here in that echo chamber. Yeah, and so this is my view. This is like that's an iPad that the show is recorded on. I can turn on some lights here so you can see a little better. I don't know, yeah, like the iPad's recorded on that, and then look, this is the ramp that I slide down.
The ramp. I just wondered how you were getting down there too fast.
Like that was for our old dog, the old boxer I was telling you about. When she got old, she couldn't climb into bed anymore.
Oh, bless her.
Yeah, and then
No, my last dog was a German Shepherd called King. And when I was younger, because he was like my nan's dog, he used to, when we were like falling asleep on the like next to the fire, he'd scoop underneath us and then carry us up to bed.
No, that's crazy.
That one time, out of the blue, by himself.
That's so funny. That's really.
He was awesome.
That's amazing. Yeah, no, that's really cool. That's hard. It's really hard to lose a dog too. Yeah, I remember when I think it was harder to lose my first dog than it was almost my grandfather. But I think I lost my first dog shortly after. Maybe it was just the combination or something. I don't know. Shauna just checking in. Norma says, Buenas noches, amor, mi amor. Oh, I gotta read Norma a bedtime story here. I'm gonna put you back here. And
more bedtime stories.
Yeah. And then Shauna's checking in. I'm still up night. Well, I'm sorry you didn't get some sleep. I'm glad you're checking in. All right, let's. Yeah, I'll be back. And then Shauna's checking in. I'm still up night. Well, I'm sorry you didn't get some sleep. I'm glad you're checking in. All right, good night, Norma Morgan. Hey, Norma Morgan. Well, it comes from the popular nursery rhymes. Mother Goose rhymes with explanations and illustrations. Maybe if I turn this so you get a little better view here.
Is Winston still hanging from the ceiling?
What's that? Yeah. Oh, he sure is. Yep. McSpoinker. Winston Spoinkington the Third, right?
Yep.
Yep. I'm gonna. You have to keep reminding me, but I think I got it. I can always come back too, but that'll always be his name. Okay. So popular nursery rhymes, Mother Goose rhymes with explanations and illustrations. Dance to your daddy. Dance to your daddy, my little baby. Dance to your daddy, my little lamb. You shall have a fishy in a little dishy. You shall have a fishy when the boat comes in. This dandling song is particularly popular in Scotland and the North Country, often with an additional verse, baby shall have an apple, baby shall have a plum, baby shall have a rattle when daddy comes home. I had a little nut tree. I had a little nut tree, nothing would it bear, but a silver nutmeg and a golden pear. The King of Spain's daughter came to visit me, and all was because of my little nut tree. I skipped over water, I danced over sea, and all the birds in the air couldn't catch me. It is thought that this contains a direct reference to the visit of Juana of Castile, daughter of Ferdinand and Isabella of Spain, to Henry VII's court in 1506. Both Henry and Juana had recently been widowed, and in pursuit of an alliance with Spain, it was thought that a match between the couple might be arranged. However, Mad Juana, I always like that, it sounds like marijuana. However, Mad Juana was clearly not in her right mind, and the plan was abandoned. Oranges and lemons. Oranges and lemons, say the bells of St. Clement's. You owe me 5 farthings, say the bells of St. Martin's. When will you pay me, say the bells at Old Bailey. When I grow rich, say the bells at Shoreditch. Pray, when will that be, say the bells at Stepney. I'm sure I don't know, says the great bell at Bow. Here comes a candle to light you to bed, and here comes a chopper to chop off your head. The church referred to here is either St. Clement's in Eastcheap, near the wharves where citrus fruit was unloaded, or St. Clement Danes, a wren church erected in 1680. Much has been written in favor of both. St. Martin's is probably St. Martin's Lane in the city where the moneylenders used to live. The Old Bailey, built on the site of the old Newgate prison, does not possess a bell, but the bell of St. Sepulchre's opposite was traditionally rung when prisoners were about to be executed. Shoreditch, where a church once stood, is just outside the city walls. The bells of Stepney, also outside the city walls, were probably those of St. Dunstan's. The famous Bow bells are those at St. Mary le Bow and Cheapside, the ones that told Dick Whittington to turn again, and within whose sound a true Londoner, a Cockney, is born. The game played to this song ends in tug-of-war between the oranges and lemons, these having been determined by 2 players who form an arch and successively chop each member of the group, who then decides which side he will be on. Do any of those places sound familiar to you?
The Bow Bells do, yeah.
I love this book. This is actually the English copy of this book. There's an American print too, and the only difference is in the British version, and it has the word nigger, and it's replaced with tiger in the American version. And they kind of take a the editor here kind of takes a swipe at United States too in the British version too. Like they're like the one with the offensive word in it. They said that those 2 lines are obviously American in origin because I guess only because Americans would be that racist.
Well, I find it funny that, like, don't get me wrong, Americans are Americans, but technically your ancestry is English because it was the English that went over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Right. we share a common language even.
Exactly. Like people blame Americans for something, but at the end of the day, their heritage is English. So a lot of the stuff that they do and say is going to be from something to do with England and the English way.
I mean, I guess I have to give, and at least if my understanding is true, like I have to give the English credit, like at least after the Revolution, it seems like they really came to, like they came against slavery long before the Americans did, right? Like before, like we held on to it a long time. And they were at least I don't know. I'm getting this maybe from but Steven Spielberg is usually pretty accurate. But like from Amistad, it seemed like the British were actively fighting the slave trade way back in the 1800s.
There was still some people like stuck in the past, but people were like in the early 1900s. We were like a lot more accepting. Like we'd be like, yeah, so what? Like if they were a good singer or they were good at something, or they were just generally a nice person, we'd be like, yeah, you're a person. Doesn't matter if you're black. Doesn't matter if you're Asian or from somewhere else. Like you're generally a nice person. We don't see you colour, race, religion, whatever. Like obviously after the Manchester attack this week, people have been putting a lot of posts up on the English part of Facebook saying that the extremists, they aren't Muslim, that they are just claiming that religion as a basis, but don't hate Muslims because some idiots with some stupid ideology have turned around and gone, oh, we're Muslim, we're doing this for Muslims. Like most religious texts preaches peace, love, kindness.
Not really. Like I don't think certainly the Christian Bible doesn't. Like not all of it, at least. Like it's pretty much a mixed message. I think if you go to the texts, like I think like maybe the New Testament is more. But like if you go but people don't go by just the New Testament. You know, Christians especially they go like, you know, they definitely and part of it I think it becomes less of a ritual. It's like more of a war of culture, right? Like we're just like, you know, like and I don't know how. I don't blame the individuals. Like I mean, and I don't blame the religion. It's the circumstance, I guess. Like I think somehow we got to figure out how to live together. That's how I feel. Like I don't know how that you accomplish that though. But
I don't hate anyone. Like you could be from Uganda or wherever. If you're nice to me and like invite me kind of into your life, but I don't know, sharing bits of your culture, maybe the food, the clothes, whatever, or things that you like to do. Like I feel kind of privileged, to be honest, and like that's how I've made most of my friends. Like I've got friends from like Slovakia, Poland, Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, Thailand, China, and places like that. And I don't judge them. Oh, you're Chinese, you're this, you're that. It's like he's my mate. I met you at college, I met you at school, and it's just, where did I meet them?
Well, and for me, like I try not to hate anybody. Like I don't hate the terrorists. I don't even hate Dick Cheney. Like and I don't hate Hitler. Like I see people as people, right? I'm like I hate the things they do sometimes. Like, but. And you know, and I think it has like terrible consequences for all of us. Like, but like I don't hate them as a person. Like I think if like I just really want to focus on solutions rather than what I'm against and what I hate. Like it's a waste of energy to like And by hating, it's not like what you said. Like the reason you have those friends from all those different places is because you put out positive energy. You don't like you don't have a negative judgment. You don't make them your enemy. Like you turn people into your enemy, and you're gonna have problems. The more enemies you make, the more problems you're gonna have.
Definitely.
I don't know. I'm on my soapbox here. Angel says hello. Hey,
hello.
Angel.
Like, over here, obviously, like, cannabis is still partially illegal, but there's so many people, obviously, like, because of the research that's been done in America, like, are trying to change that stereotype of, like, lazy and it's a gateway drug. The only gateway it is a gateway to my fridge when I'm hungry.
Well, and I think, like, you know, you could say the same thing about any other drug that people encounter. Like, you could say that about caffeine, you could say that about nicotine, you could say that about alcohol. Like, the whole concept of gateway drug is, like, ridiculous. Like, I don't know. And I don't know. I think people spend too much time demonizing. That's it. I think people spend too much time on what they're against rather than what they're for. You know, like I don't know, like judging other people on the drugs that they do, or I don't know, it's just a waste of time. And most of the people, like, that's part of the reason why I smoke pot and I talk about my other drug use here, like, on the show, because people have this idea of, like, that the people who do drugs are horrible, and well, maybe they still think I'm horrible, but like at least they get to know who, like, a real person that uses drugs.
Yeah.
You know, like, and a lot of people, like, for years and years, I was a functional drug addict, and that's how most drug addicts are. They're functional. Like, you don't know them. They slip through the crowd like anybody else because they're just people. And they're your doctor, they're your nurse, they're your lawyer, they're your sister, they're your brother, they're like, the amount of people that use drugs, like, there's a lot about, and most of them are functional. And I don't know, I think if we just focused on harm reduction and making sure that people are safe when they use drugs and giving them education, giving them the warnings of what drugs can do, and because by criminalizing it and demonizing it, that is the real scourge on society. Like how many people are in jail, how many dead bodies there are because of the black markets, and like, I don't know, and like, yeah, it fuels the gun trade, it fuels, like, all this shit, like, yeah. So I think I'm in favor of legalizing all drugs and getting rid of the stigma for all of them. Like, it's, yeah, I don't know. You could save a lot of lives and heal a lot of people's, I don't know. I think everybody who has drug offenses, non-violent drug offenses, all their sentences should be commuted, and they should be given restitution. How's that? Everybody should be given restitution for, usually their property's seized and stolen. You know, all this shit, you know, like, yeah, their lives are ruined. They can't get jobs. They can't get, you know, like, and yeah, I think that there's a whole generation of black men that have been sent to prison, largely for the excuse of drugs and for profit for Dick Cheney and the entire private prison industry. That's another. Oh, that's how that's the other reason why I thought your Brexit candidate, that woman, was sounded like a Trump candidate. She wants to privatize everything. She's like the more conservative. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Like, she literally just wants to sell it off to her posh, rich friends and let them have control over everything in the country. And like, she's trying to bring in that if you need care at home, or like you have to go into elderly people's home, the house, even though if you've brought the house then goes back to the government, and you only get 100K off of what the house is sold for.
In what circumstance? When what happens?
When, say, like an elderly relative, like my nan. If my nan had to go into a care home, or if she had to have care at home, then the house would then go back to the government, like they'd sell it, but they'd only give you 100K of what they sold
They don't give you anything here in the United States. You really have to prepare for your death or your illness when you're an elderly person. Like, I think you have to like give away your if you want to sell the house or something to your family, keep it in the family. You have to do it like 7 years or so many years before like person goes into the nursing home. Otherwise, you don't like they seize all your assets to pay for your care. They leave you penniless.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, 100,000 is pretty decent if you compare it. Like, but that's where they
obviously if they paid more for the house, like I don't know, say it's 5-bedroom, quite a bit of land at the back and the front, and it's a really nice house. Like they've really worked to make it a family home, and like they know it, and then suddenly the government take it off them and say, I don't know, they've paid 350,000 for it, and the government sell it for 5.5, and then you don't see any of that apart from 100k, and then the government gets 450,000, which is covering your medical bills and all the treatment for like said nursing home or carer home.
No,
it would outpay that for many years. I think that I'm not saying that like it's a bad thing. 100k, yeah, that's lovely, but
no, I was sort of facetious. Like, I think I really think people like their health wise should be taken care of, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I really, it's this whole private, like making profit off of other people's misery is just, it's an ugly thing. Yeah, I'm sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought there, but I don't like privatization. That's for sure. Like, I think it's
definitely. I don't either.
And that makes me think of your like television, right? For you guys, like I feel like Rupert Murdoch and Fox News and like his he's out of Australia originally, but like he's got his tentacles everywhere, right? And it seemed like he was back when that one it came out that was it? I forget which newspaper it was like listening in on people's phone conversations and that dead girls conversation or whatever, right? That made this big scandal. I don't know. But like, do you know anything about like Rupert Murdoch and Sky Broadcasting? Is like, back when I don't know, a few years ago, that there was a merger. He was going to buy out Sky Network, and it seems like his control of the media has really affected at least the United States. I know, like, it seems like more conservative media is kind of taking over in the UK as well. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
Like, in America, you don't have a thing called a TV license. Like, over here, we have to pay a TV license to watch TV, whether we have a TV or not. Like, mobile phone, anything access to the internet where you could watch live TV, we have to pay for.
Okay.
But really, the only channels that it actually pays for are like BBC One, BBC Two, BBC Four. Basically, all the BBC channels are the only ones that actually ask for people to pay to watch them. Like,
and
Channel 4, they source all their like money from advertising and things like that. So we get great TV, but we're not paying for that TV, if you get what I mean.
Well, but you pay for the BBC. What, like your public television is the BBC, right? Like, so, like, is that?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
And we have PBS, but it's really like they've really like well, they sold Big Bird to HBO, and they're totally privatizing PBS too. Like, they're like cutting the public funding at least. And yeah, they're selling off like their main characters, and it's also, I feel like it's really affected their. It used to be you could look to PBS for at least more less biased news, at least objective reporting, and it seems more and more that. I think it's calculated. Like it started back probably in the Bush administration, the first Bush administration, or no, the second Bush administration, if not earlier. We're putting in people that were completely against what they were tasked to be in charge of, like people that are against PBS to be in charge of PBS, people that are against the EPA to be in charge of the EPA, like putting people in positions of power purposely to fuck with them, right? And I think that you can see the results of that with what PBS is a shell.
It's Environmental Protection Agency, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Which back in the day was actually created by a Republican. Nixon created the EPA.
All right. But no, like, I'm all for television, but I'm more of a, like, go there, live it, do it yourself.
Yeah. I really have gotten a lot out of television my whole life. Like, I think that's where I've learned most of the things that I know. But like, it depends what you watch, and I've been more. I'll be like, I am more of a sedentary person. But it's like, I think, I don't know. I want to go out and live like what you're saying too, like grasp the life by its tail, and I think I'm moving towards that a little bit more. Like, I don't know. Instead of watching TV, at least I'm making it now, right?
Yeah, man.
It's crazy. I don't know. So yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna smoke another bowl. How's that sound?
That sounds like a brilliant idea. I'm thinking about rolling a joint anyway.
Nice, man. Nice. So,
yes, that's the one thing in this country that the politicians, obviously, like, you had the 60s, 70s, and 80s where they were like, the main campaign over here was, obviously, because we were all, obviously, white people, it was like, people were against, like, white people getting with black people or Chinese people. It was, if your child smokes cannabis or marijuana or whatever they called it back in the day, like, they'll be going out with a black man as soon as you know it, and people are kind of sticking to that, but it's...
That would be a public message, they would say? Or is that, like, just a general idea? Like, that wouldn't be in, like, commercials, was it? Like,
no, it's more of an attitude that, like, older people have, like, people in their, like, mid to late 60s onwards.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, they haven't actually taken the time to do the research, like, understand that you can make plastic, food, like, anything from it, plastic, fuel, like, clothing, medicine. They're not, like, they know it's there, but they're kind of being blind to it and refusing to accept it.
I came up with, grew up in a family, I don't know if they, like, definitely, like, never smoked marijuana, and definitely had negative views of the people who used it. But I don't know. I think, and that, probably my parents are older too. They were older. They're dead now, but they're like in an older generation. They'd be in their 70s now. So I don't know. My mom was more, she was just naive to it. My dad was more judgmental of it. Like, my mom knew I smoked weed. I was always as painfully honest with my mom as I am with you guys. And so yeah, I told her the first time I did acid, I told her when I started smoking weed, I could probably, and she was an alcohol and drug counselor too, so I probably gave her sleepless nights. I don't know.
Probably. No, I remember the first time I did acid. That was, well, a lot of fun and games.
Did you like it?
It was alright, yeah, but I wouldn't do it again. Like, obviously, you go through that stage of experimenting and seeing what entertains you and what doesn't.
I think I would definitely. I love it. I don't really have access to it now, but like this past summer, and an ex-boyfriend, he bought a sheet of it, and I did like 3/4 of the sheet this past summer, and well, I was doing it like every 3 days for a little while, and I don't know, I just really like it a lot. It's I think it's pretty safe. I think you can overdose on it, but it's at effective doses. It's like the side effects are really minimal, and I don't know. I think for me it was. I think like any other drug, like for me it both was like an escape, and a way to cope, like just so it was both recreation and kind of just an escape from like that. This past summer was just a really difficult one for me. Like I don't know, it's this past couple of years, like I've been really struggling with the HIV and shit. So like I don't know, and I think
mate, by doing this show, you're showing people that the old stereotype of it is not right.
I hope so. I hope
I applaud you for it, mate.
Thank you. Like, I mean, I'd like to say, like, I mean, I'm not. I don't know if maybe I am showing that it does brain damage or not. But I like to show, like, I don't think it doesn't make it. It doesn't make me. I don't think it's hurt my intelligence that much. I think I'm pretty, I feel like pretty much the same person that not just since I've done the acid, but I feel like I'm the same person that I was since I was like 5 years old. I don't know. I think.
Darker with a lot more hair.
Yeah, quite a bit. My hair's never been this long, I don't think. Maybe close. Maybe it was close once when I was in high school.
My hair needs trimming so it can grow again, but I'm trying to grow my hair how I had it back when I was in college, like down to my butt.
Oh, nice. It takes a while.
It does. Like, I was what people would class as a hippie back in college.
Nice.
Like, people would come to mine and we'd just sit, chill, watch movies, play on the Xbox or something while smoking weed.
Yeah, well, you said you were listing off all these friends. I'm like, you must be like, it's pretty cool to have like such a diverse group, and that being a hippie makes sense too. Like,
yeah, man.
No, that's cool. I love the hippie lifestyle. I think it's, I don't know. I think you get back what you give out. I feel like,
Definitely.
If you're giving out love and kindness, that almost invariably that's what you'll get back. Like, or at least you won't. People at least usually won't be hostile towards you. At the very least, you get indifference if nothing else.
Well, they just don't know kind of what to say or do around you.
I wonder what happened to the fireplace. That was on before, wasn't it?
I think so.
I'm gonna go turn it back on.
Well, hello everybody that's commenting.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, me and Jason have just kind of been talking amongst ourselves.
Can you pull up the show? Can you pull up so you can read comments?
2 seconds. I should be able to do.
There's only one other person watching besides me, I don't think. But the people have been coming in and out, so.
Right, you might get a little bit of reverb where I can hear myself. Hey, I can see you again. Yeah, I can hear myself.
Hi. I'm trying to figure out the fireplace down here.
Oh, I always left that to my nan.
Well, it's just a switch here.
But like, even my nan, who is, well, I wouldn't say she's old-fashioned, but even she understands like the benefits of cannabis, and like that's my uncle Leon got addicted to, well, psychologically addicted to it.
Yeah. I always like I always like instead instead of using the word addiction, I always just use dependence, because I think psychological dependence is something that I think. We can't. Oh, you have to pull it up on your. I think it depends. You can bring. We can't see your face when you have the show up, I guess. So either one, you can. What was I going to say though? Yeah, I think I'm definitely psychologically dependent on weed, and I think we can be psychologically dependent on a lot of things. And then physically dependent. Like some drugs cause really bad physical dependence. Like nicotine, which is short term. Like opiates can cause really bad physical addiction, but really for even the really physically addictive drugs, the problem becomes the psychological dependence, like that. I don't know. I think whatever we all are dependent on things. We're all dependent on oxygen and food and all these other things. It's like how do we best access the things that might provide us comfort with causing the least amount of harm to ourselves and those around us. I don't know.
See, this is why I enjoy watching your show and talking to you, because you've got such a level head and such knowledge, and you're always willing to learn different ways of things.
Thank you, because I sometimes feel like, or I worry that I'm just like, I'm preaching, or I seem like a know-it-all or something like that. And no, I'm glad that it seems like I'm open to other ideas, because I want to be open to other people's ideas. I mean, I have my own ideas, but I definitely want to learn, and so I'm glad that you feel like that comes across.
It does, mate.
Thank you. I was gonna smoke another bowl here, I think.
And I'm rolling a joint as we speak.
Oh, nice.
Hey, Angel.
She scored me some Willie Nelson Reserve on Blue Dream. Nice.
I'm guessing that's a type of weed.
It's gotta be. Is it? I don't know. Sometimes I see these pictures on Facebook of weed that's really like intensely blue, or intensely red even. Like, have you seen? Yeah. I don't know if I've seen. Is Blue Dream refer to something other than its color?
Over here, people name like the strains of cannabis on how it makes you feel.
Yeah.
So we've got like a saying over here, like if you're cushy, it means you're comfortable, you're relaxed. So we've got like obviously kush, and we've got cheese. Cheese is like it makes you hungry, and the main craving is actually cheese.
Well, then you're perfect to come to Wisconsin.
You've got haze, some of that, which basically just makes haze. You don't really remember much if you smoke a lot of it.
Haze, did you say?
Haze, Hazeze, sorry.
And then I've heard weeds named on flavor too, or smell, like skunky or blueberry, I think fruity, kind of sometimes fruity smell.
Yeah.
People get pretty creative with names. I like punny stuff for sure.
What, like knife try?
Nice try?
No, knife try.
Knife try. I think it went over my head. I'm good at laying down puns. I'm not good at picking them up.
No, it's we were all because we had what you guys would class as Thanksgiving, like in America.
But
me and my mates did like a big roast dinner for like a lot of us. And I have this mate called Blaze, and he was making all the spooner or ladle. It had to happen, like puns using like kitchen utensils and things like that.
Nice. Spoon.
So.
Spooner or ladle. Nice. I like to make puns by just use it like phonetically, like it just like where it's like doing the same thing. I just replace. I sometimes I try to do as many words in a sentence, or try to like make every word in a sentence using another word, like U E W E or I E Y E, and and then it becomes, you can understand it if you read it aloud, but I get a lot of people who are like, what the fuck? That's why I used to write like that exclusively on Facebook, and people, I don't know, I think a lot of people just thought I was a crazy person. They probably still do.
People think I'm a crazy person, mate.
It's the best. Like, well, I worked. I don't know if you know, but I'm a psychiatric nurse. I worked on the psych hospital. I feel comfortable around mental illness, like, and I really do. I feel like it's universal too. I feel like everybody if you get them to lower down their walls, is a little bit. We all face the same stressors in life eventually, like the loss of our loved ones, or financial stressors, like whatever. We all have our.
If I ever visit the States, there's not going to be a possibility that I'm coming to see you. That I am definitely coming to see you.
Yes, you're totally welcome. Please do it. Right, you got any plans to come soon?
Hopefully, I'm going to start saving middle of this year to middle of next year. So it'll probably be next July that I come over.
Well, I'll keep in touch with me, because hopefully I'll be in the Midwest or in the Pacific Northwest instead of the Midwest. I'd like to give you someplace fun to visit. Although I've lived here for 38 years, I know all the good spots. We could have fun here too.
I always live by the saying, well, two sayings: just not lest you be judged, and practice what you preach.
I think that being I don't want to be a hypocrite, right? I want to be authentic, and I wouldn't want to hold other people to standards higher than my own. And I don't want to hold anybody to any standards, really. Like I think, like you said, I don't like to judge other people either. People always have their reasons for doing things, and I don't know. I think sometimes I put up boundaries. Like, it's okay to put up boundaries, but I don't judge people. Like, I stay indoors because I do feel like sort of a little bit traumatized by people, and like I don't know. I avoid human contact a lot. I think just because it's.
I've got very bad social anxiety.
Me too. I'm glad I'm not alone there.
No.
It doesn't show though, man. It doesn't show. You've been doing really well in that, like.
Well, it's because like I'm not actually with you. If I was with you, I'd be quiet and all shy and in the corner.
No, it makes a big difference. I'm the same way. Like, I'm not. People say it seemed like really comfortable, like on the show or whatever, and it's like partially. I'm the same way. If people are actually here, I've had guests too, and I get really squirrely too. It's just the camera is a dead eye. It's like it's not like it's, and you get everybody is safely behind a pane of glass, like the screen. You guys are all, and I don't see your faces for the most part. Now I do when I have guests get beamed in, but other than that, like I totally understand what you're saying, like why it's easier to be like here through like via the phone rather than I'm gonna put this over here since.
Have you smoked your bowl already?
No, well I had one hit off of it. That's right, and I'm actually vaping it. I'll go back down and take another hit.
Right, where are you? Oh, I lost it. Joy.
Oh, that's right. You can still see me probably, right? Here.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi. So do you have? Because we don't see you anymore. Do you have? Are you?
I've got it. So I'm on the front camera.
Okay. We don't see. It says your camera's off right now. Oop.
2 seconds.
Ah, there we go.
Can you see me now?
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. No, oh no.
Jason, this is my grinder.
Oh, that's swiggity sweet. Here, I'm gonna put it up there so they can see it too. No, that's really nice. That is sharp. I love
I've also got
skulls.
another skull one as well.
I do love skulls. I really do.
I've got this one as well.
Ooh, I like the crown on that one. I almost like that. That one I'm almost like better even. I like its skinny jaw. That's pretty nice. That's pretty cool.
Like, I know I smoke cannabis and everything, but I like collecting grinders because they're cool.
Oh, do you guys have the Grinder app? And
Yes, we do.
I can never talk about grinding weed without thinking of gay sex.
Oh, don't worry. I met one of my boyfriends off there.
Nice. Well, I've met, don't worry, I got HIV off of there. Dang it to heck. Oh.
Like, the sharing is caring, but that's a little bit too much.
Yeah, that a little bit. Like, I guess that person wasn't taking their meds. I don't know who it was. But that's where I met pretty much all my partners. So it had to have been from there. I went kind of crazy for when I first started practicing polyamory. I only had sex with one guy until I was 38, and then it's like within a year and a half, like 80. And then it didn't take. So within that year and a half. So. Can I ask you a question then? Do you, and maybe you don't, maybe you're in a exclusive partner, or maybe you're not even having sex. I can't assume what you're doing, but like, do you ever, do you know about PrEP, and would you ever consider using it?
What do you mean, mate?
That's it's a pill you can take to prevent HIV.
Oh, see,
Oh, you don't have it available yet, do you?
No, because obviously the FDA rules over here are a lot different to FDA rules in like any other country.
No, I was reading the news about that when I first was diagnosed, because I was checking HIV in the news all the time, and that was a big criticism. Like, why haven't the NI whatever the National Health Program won't pay for that? And it's like, why won't they do this? Save a lot of lives, or at least. In the end, it'd be cheaper too than having to pay for the HIV positive people's health care and all that shit.
True.
I don't know. Hopefully they get on that, because that pretty much there's been 2 people that have gotten HIV while taking that, and they caught a form of it that was resistant to the drug that was preventing it. Because just like antibiotics, like HIV medications can the HIV can develop a resistance if people don't take the medication right. And so 2 people have caught HIV while on PrEP because but that's out of millions of people, right? And how many cases did it prevent? I think that's a real disappointment that that's not available. Hopefully they get on that.
I think their main thing is if you're gonna have sex with another man, they say just use a condom.
Well, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. People don't use condoms whether you're gay or straight. There's a lot of people. That's why sexually transmitted disease continue. And while people punish them because they're not using protection, that seems crazy. If there's something out there that can prevent it, you should make it available to people. I wouldn't have HIV if I knew about it then. I just didn't know about it. I would have taken it for sure.
I don't know if you can see on the camera, but that is what I'm currently smoking at the moment.
Nice. And are you wrapped in a towel? I didn't even acknowledge that. That's sexy.
I'm under my duvet because I'm having problems with my legs today.
You're under your what? I'm sorry.
My duvet,
duvet cover. Sure. Well, no, I'm sorry you're having problems with your legs, but it's nice. It's sexy to see your upper body. Sorry, I hear I am sexually harassing my guests. It's terrible.
Oh, no, don't worry. I thought you were kind of cute anyway.
Oh, thank you. I shaved. I have the baby face when I shave, you know.
Oh, trust me, I look 12 when I shave.
Now I'm flustered. Here, I'm just gonna smoke this now. Here. It's so much different flirting with guys than it is with, like, for me, than with girls, because I don't know, I just have, like, it just feels so wrong and dirty to flirt with, you know, like, especially in public on camera. Like, I feel like I'm being watched by, I don't know, I'm being judged constantly, but like, I want to get over that feeling. Like, I hate feeling embarrassed or ashamed. Like, it's like a big part of why I do this shit on the show. I don't want to feel like that anymore. I used to be ashamed of everything, like ashamed of straight sex, ashamed of getting an erection, ashamed of having sexual thoughts, because I was taught that was wrong and dirty, right? Like from, you know, like I was raised Catholic. Everything's wrong, and you should feel guilty from the moment you're born, because you sinned originally. You got the original sin, and I don't know, like, so yeah, I've just always been ashamed about even being sexual, and so I don't know. I think that's probably why I went so crazy when I finally was like, all right, I'm done. I'm done. Like, I don't know. I'm done censoring myself. You know, like, and I just kind of like, it was like I popped like a cork, right? I don't know. Yeah, that's what happens when you bottle yourself up too long, maybe.
Definitely, mate. Like, it took me until I was the age of 19 to actually come out to my dad and tell him I was bisexual.
Mm-hmm. And how did it go? Because I never did that with my parents. Like, I don't know how it would have gone.
At first he was okay, but now he's kind of judgmental about it.
Mm-hmm. So, like, it kind of, like it's kind of lingered and bothered him, maybe, or something?
I think so, yeah. Like, he said he was okay with it, but obviously he's already got preconceived notions because of how his parents brought him up.
Like, how does it come out? Like, does he just, like I imagine with my dad, it would be, like, snide comments, you know? Like, it would be, like, it wouldn't be direct with my dad. It would have been, like...
No, there's the odd snide comment, but mostly, like, if I asked him a question, or I asked him something, or try to talk to him, even though I'm at his, he won't, like, talk to me, or unless he really needs, like, my help or something.
That's painful. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's gotten a lot better lately. Like, bless his heart, he's got the starts of Alzheimer's. And some days he doesn't remember that I've told him. Oh. So some days it's just like, I've just come home from boarding school and it's like, oh, hey son, how are you? And then suddenly he'll remember for like an hour or two, like ignore me for an hour or two, and then it'll be back to, so what did you get up to today? And normal as can be.
Yeah, no, that's difficult. Like, and then adding that layer of illness on top of it is just like makes it's really complex. Like, I had a coworker. I worked on the. She was older than me, but her father died of Alzheimer's, and like she said that like when she was growing up, he was just an awful asshole, right? Just mean and angry all the time. And but when he got Alzheimer's, like his mood changed completely. Like he was like more like he was happy and go lucky, and she asked him like, well, like why do you think it's so different? He's like, I think I forgot what to be angry about, you know?
And that sounds brilliant. Like, forgotten what to be angry about.
And it just reminds me of what you're with your dad, and like that. No, it's painful. I'm really like that's like it reminds me of what my mom said to me, like, because I never came out to her either, and I know she would have been accepting. My dad probably would have been more like your dad, I think. But my mom, she's really, you know, like, and I remember saying when I was a little kid that she wouldn't mind if one of her kids were gay, but or or she wouldn't want one of her kids to be gay, but not because like she didn't like that. Just she wouldn't want the sad life that they would have because of that. Like, yeah. And I internalized that though, right? Like, I don't know. I think I don't know. When I brought it up during my
part of you.
Yeah, well, and when I brought it up to my partial hospitalization, the lead therapist said well, that's a lot of pressure to put on a little boy, right? Like putting him, expecting him to be happy, right? And it's and she said and I think it did. It put kind of like a pressure for me not to come out even to her. Like I didn't want to disappoint her by and I think she said maybe like what my, because I always had this idea of my mom being really perfect, and I was kind of proud of that's how she and my therapist made me realize that even this person that I idealized wasn't, she made a mistake there, and how could she have put that better? And this therapist said that maybe, and I couldn't think of how she could do it, and she's like, well, what if we replaced authentic with happy? All I want for my kids is to be authentic rather than be happy, and basically all I want for my kids is to be who they are, and I really like that idea more than being happy, because sometimes being who you are isn't necessarily going to lead to happiness. It's at least it'll lead to pain sometimes, and I think, but that's okay. Sometimes being who you are can be more important than being happy. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it's a lot. And thank you for being open about the coming out experiences. At least for me, it was it's been really. I didn't really come out to my whole family until I was 35. Right, I was 35 when I came out on Facebook as bisexual. My wife knew, but not my parents were already dead, but not my brother or my sister or anybody else. And then within a year I had the HIV, or a year of telling everybody. So it was just and there was a lot of it was my wife always knew that I was bisexual, even before we were a couple, but we were monogamous, so it was a lot of friction, and it led to even physical abuse, on her part. It just was it was really traumatic in and of that. Coming out was really traumatic for the coming out to her, and then the HIV. It just feels damn, it's painful. I don't really necessarily regret it, but it was, I don't know. I have to let Sophie out. She's scratching at the door. I don't really necessarily regret it, but
Well, that's me. Hi.
Ben, did you say you're 25?
Yes, I am.
So I guess I don't know. Tell us more about the I don't know. What do you think about the UK? Or tell us something I don't know. Do you think it's changed in your lifetime, or I don't know?
Yeah, it has. We went through a stage of being really accepting, early 2000s and that, until obviously Bush and Blair started the whole Iraq thing. We were very inclusive with everyone.
Wait, one second. Come here, Sophie. Somehow Sophie got poop stuck to her butt.
Oh, lovely.
She's She was like chasing her butt around with a sad look on her face. I'm gonna get a white for her.
I wonder who's watching.
Okay, dog crisis averted. So I agree with you, though. I think my feeling about the United States really changed since the Bush administration too. Like I don't know. We didn't call America the homeland until the Bush administration, and that just reminds me of Nazi Germany. Like it just like it gives me like this, and to see something, say something, like this, like really like. I don't know, that like neighbors turning on neighbors, like this idea, like this instilling fear of one another, all this shit is really reminiscent of Nazi Germany, and then also torturing people, extraordinary rendition, like all these ideals of freedom have been like turned, like it feels like not like the advancement of like humanity has been turned back like 700-800 years, like we're going back to medieval times.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, some of like the early rights, like not only goes against the Bill of Rights, but some of the, like the Magna Carta and shit like that, where like, I don't know, like, fundamental ideas of what human rights are, like just being stripped away from people. So yeah, tell us more about your thoughts about how the UK's changed. Like, it's like that.
Well, like, just silly little things like you couldn't call a Cornish pasty unless it was from Cornwall now, whereas before you could get like Cornish pasties all over the country, but now it's more towards Cornwall.
Like so, like exclusively, got like more exclusionary kind of part. Yeah. Like that's profit motivated, right? I feel like the same thing with the music on Facebook, right? Like I feel like that's I don't know, copyright protection, those things, like it really limits creativity, and also like I don't know, I think people should be able to have I think people should be able to have their Cornish pasties. I mean, I'm pro pasty. I don't know. Who knows? I don't really know enough about the issue. I'm shooting shit. I'm gonna smoke some more. Well, how much time do we have left?
Don't know.
So you said one of your boyfriends, like, do you have a boyfriend now, or do you want to talk about? Like,
No, I was in a straight relationship before that. But I'm not anymore.
And how, have you ever been in a relationship where you live with somebody, like, or like?
No, I've had where they've lived with me.
Okay.
But same, yeah.
That's a little bit better.
They moved into my place with me.
That's a little bit better because like you're not being dependent, being dependent on someone else is never a good feeling, right? Or being like dependent upon their action, like, oh, if this person doesn't like me anymore, like that's my wife and I have owned our house together the whole time, but it's always I don't know, like once you live with somebody, it's it becomes it's much harder to maintain a separation, like to separate, like your lives become intertwined, and I don't know, like. So, and do you live with your dad now? Did you say that you came home to him?
No. My mum and dad live together. I've got my own place. My brother Will's got his own place, and now my sister Michelle's got her own place.
Okay. So you have 3 siblings? Is it?
I have 5 brothers and 5 sisters.
Whoa, that's a lot. So there's 11 of you?
Hey?
And so where do you fall in line there? Do you fall age-wise?
Hang on. I'm 6th. I was the 6th child.
Yeah, I can't imagine what that'd be like. I have 2 brothers and one brother and one sister, but they're 11 and 12 years older than me, so it's almost like I was the only child. You'd have to learn how to get along with other people. That's for sure. I think. I don't know. I'm used to having a certain amount of just having to share bathrooms and just the logistics of living with that many people would be interesting.
It wasn't fun, let's put it that way.
I believe that.
But no, it was good, especially around Christmas time when the whole family came around and that.
Yeah, I think connections with people are really important, and so as much as it can be bad, it's also really a good thing too, I think. Well, it all depends. There's good and bad in everything.
Definitely.
No, go ahead.
I always liked the festive holidays. Sorry, like Christmas, Easter.
Yeah, any excuse to get together. That's some of the things I preach on the show. I call the weed communion. I think it's important to have communal activities, things that people get around. Meals are really important in most cultures. And at the big holidays, everybody gets together for a big meal. And then church too. It's important. Church becomes the center of community. I'm an atheist, or an agnostic atheist, and so I think but still, when you take away church, you got to put something at the center of community, right? And then right now for me, the show is sort of becoming my community. I don't know, it's nice. I don't know, because I don't really have a lot of social ties outside. Like I said, my parents are dead, and I don't my relationships with family and friends have been strained. Coworkers, my former coworker, I'm just so pretty isolated. So then, when inside this community, I think it's important to have communal activities. I don't know. Yeah, it's good. Family provides that. In a really and the bigger your family is, the more feeling you'd have of that. I imagine. I don't know. I'm just rambling. I'm sorry.
That's cool, man. We're chatting.
Well,
cool, man.
You look really good in the show right now. Especially with the phone on like that. It looks like you're lying down all sexy in the echo chamber.
Paint me like one of your French girls, Jason.
I love it. You can be like we'll just hang you up on the wall. You can be like a sex poster.
Oh yeah.
Next time we'll get you on the iPad and we'll just hang you up next to Obama or something.
Yes. the talking painting. It's like a painting out of Harry Potter.
right. Then we got enchanted portraits here. Oh, that's awesome.
That'd be really funny if you actually got someone that was high on acid to believe that.
No, you probably could too. Well, at least there's several times I've noticed that more than one person has said that when the TV is up there in the entertainment center, that they really think it's a giant iPhone. And so, I bet you especially if somebody asked it, you probably could. You might be able to convince me. You wouldn't be able to convince me, but some people you might be able to.
Yeah.
I am a skeptic to my core. I'm a contrarian and a skeptic. I don't know. It's my first instinct to disbelieve things, I think. But
bear with me. I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to the toilet.
Okay, yeah, you bet. Mm-hmm. That's so weird with the delay too. Well, that's interesting. When I'm watching, it doesn't show up. So no matter how many screens, that's good to know. Row, row, row your boat. Gently down the stream, merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, merrily, 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 life. Welcome back. Big Mac's back. Got some feedback developing. Hey, you're back. Can you hear me? Seems like we lost the audio. Big Mac, Big Mac. He's back. Can you hear me? Seemed like you couldn't hear me if you're watching now. Hey. Yeah, it seemed like you couldn't hear me there when you, after you got back. Thanks for coming back. Do you want to go landscape again? We'd like to see you laying down. I speak for royal we, of course. We're listening to music now. Can you hear me now? Can you not hear me? Hello? Hey.
There we go.
Oh. Can you turn it landscape?
Yeah, I'm just showing my phone now. It's currently on my open effects, so...
If it works better that way, that works too. We can actually do this. Oh.
So I can't turn landscape now, it's just always moving it around.
Yeah, no problem. So, oh, wait. Oh, you are okay, it is a landscape, okay. Either way is good. I'm not picky. Whoa. Perfect.
Did you get the fireplace on again?
No, that's a good. I left it off. Let me try it again here. There it goes. So, it's interesting. So, I don't meet a lot of people that are bisexual. Like, and do you ever get any flack about being bisexual? Like, I don't know, some people, like, even a really well-known, I don't know if you ever heard of him, Dan Savage. He used to write a column in The Onion. He's really, sort of like a Ann Landers. I don't know who you have an equivalent of in the UK, but an advice columnist kind of person. And he's really popular here, and he's gay. And he's come out really firmly that bisexual people don't exist, and I identify as bisexual, at least bisexual, right? And then I just I think And then, or like on Grindr too, like people will be like, you know, like find out I'm married, and you know, like this is Grindr, you know, like what are you even doing here? It's like, well, like I don't know, like people, you know, people in any group can be exclusionary and discriminatory.
Yeah.
Like, so have you experienced any of that?
Not really, no.
No.
Well, I'd be like, say I was with a couple of mates of mine in a clothing store, and they saw like a cute guy or something. If they both said not my type, they'd turn to me and say, "But oh, I bet he's your type, isn't he, Ben?"
I like it, but in a teasing way, right? Or like like you know, yeah, like I don't know. It's.
But I think it's a passive-aggressive way of getting across your feelings when you do that.
Yeah, it totally is. Like, you know, like, and people just say you're just supposed to take a joke, right? You know, and I can take a joke, like, but like I still don't like the intention, right? And I don't know, just like, yeah, like just like it still bothers me that people use, and my kids still like. Even this day, like it's been, you know, I don't know how many years later, but gay still means just bad. Just in general, it means to be bad. Like, you know, like it's that's so gay. You know, like it's still.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, like it.
I always find it funny when someone says that's gay, and I turn around and go, "Well, that's not the only thing that's gay. I'm bisexual."
Yeah, like that's what I would do totally on Facebook when I first got in here. Like, if somebody's like, you know, like in some of the groups I'm in, like, you know, they can be misogynistic or homophobic or whatever, and I just jump in the way and be like, yeah, that's me too. Well, that's pretty cool. Or like, or if, you know, like, I don't know, just be like, if they're making fun of somebody, be like, oh, that's really cool. I wish I was like that, you know, and just get in the way of bullies. Like, I don't know, like you said, break up before talking about breaking up. I think it was you that was talking about breaking up expectations. With LSD, you were saying, like, I don't know. I like to place this stigma on myself, and then like let people get to know me, because I've said this before. I think once if you get to know anybody, it's hard to dislike them. Like maybe you can feel sad for them, but I don't know. If you get to know somebody, even people that do shitty things. Like, if you get to know them well enough, usually their mother loves them. Usually somebody has somebody that loves them, and like everybody has some redeeming qualities of some kind. And I don't know, even my worst enemies probably. I don't know. I don't know. What do you? I'm rambling. What do you want to talk about? I'm sorry.
Do you like video games?
Yeah, I especially like older video games. Like, when I was growing up, I was obsessed with them. You know, like,
Mario 64 all the way.
Right. That was well, my favorite is Super Mario Brothers 3, but I love all the Marios for sure. And Mario Galaxy was pretty fun too. I like that one a lot too.
Did you play Mario Builder?
My kids are playing that right now. I haven't. Like, I just found, like, when I moved back into my house, about 6 to 9 months ago. Like, so a lot of my stuff is all over the place, and so the Wii U controller was like, I just found it, and so yeah, my son Alex. Well, my kids know how much I love Mario, and they kind of idolize me for how good I am at playing Mario, and so my youngest, he loves it too, and he's been wanting to play Mario Maker, and they're building levels all the time now. It's pretty fun. Do you play it?
I've played it. Yeah, I play it at friends.
It seems pretty cool. I was just watching them today, and like I like how you can if you build a level, you can easily switch it between the Mario games. Like, you know, if you build it in like the original Super Mario, you can have it switch over to the Super Mario Brothers 3 version. It changes everything, the graphics and everything, makes it look like yeah, it's fun. I haven't looked at it. Is there people doing it online a lot? People making levels for each other, and is that?
That's what me and my mates were doing. We were all round at one of my mates, and one person would make a level, and then all the others would have to try and beat it.
I don't know. What, do you think it's more fun making it or beating it? Like, it must be fun to like make levels that were difficult for people to beat. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you have to beat your own level too in order to like?
Yeah, you had to beat it as well.
Yeah. That's cool.
Currently on the list, I have 3 levels.
I'd like to play. I haven't played Mario with a lot of people that have like played it intensively, but yeah, I was obsessed with it when I was a kid, and it feels like it's almost like it's muscle memory now. Like I don't even have to. It's it's like the controller's part of my hand or something when I play Mario, and so it'd be fun to play against other people that really like to play it a lot. It'd be fun. I don't know. Maybe my kids are gonna get really good at it too. We'll see. Maybe they'll give me a run for my money.
That would be funny though if they beat you though.
I know, right? It's I have to play with them to encourage them. I don't know. Hopefully, I'll have to keep playing just so I can stay fresh too.
Definitely.
I don't think I took my pill yet. I'm gonna do that quick. I just realized one good thing. I always thought like I was sometimes half my own audience, but while you were gone, I started up the iPads and it didn't change the number of live viewers. So it seems like at least when I'm watching, it doesn't count. So if you have the show pulled up, we might be just talking to ourselves. But that's cool though. It really is. Like I don't know. I'm just gonna keep plugging away.
No, I've just got the video call on from you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so yeah. Well, somebody is watching us then. Hi.
Hello.
Oh.
Is that Mountain Dew?
It is.
I like Code Red.
I don't like that at all. No, you can. I wouldn't steal that from you.
Or Arby's root beer.
Oh, root beer is your go-to?
Oh, hell yes.
Oh, which kind?
Any, to be honest.
I like A&W root beer if you go to actual A&W, but I don't like the cans. I don't know, either I like we have a few different generic brands, like I don't know, they call it like Jolly Good or like one of my favorites, but then not for root beer though. I like that for cream soda, I guess. I don't know, root beer, maybe Barks root beer. Do you guys have Barks? Probably not. I don't know. Probably not the same. You guys have Coke and Mountain Dew, of course, but.
We've got Coke, Pepsi.
Does Bark sound familiar? BARQ apostrophe S? No. That's a caffeinated root beer I like. What kind of root beer do you drink?
Well, we've got a shop that makes their own and carbonates it themselves, and that's called Sweet Taste of the States.
Who makes it? It sounds. Oh, you carbonate it yourself. You carbonate it. I missed that. I got you.
No, they carbonate it for you. It's freshly made for you.
Oh no, no. And is that like a sit-down place you go to, or like?
Yeah.
Gotcha. And is it like a burger place? And
it's more like you go there, you can have like steaks and roast dinners or curry, or it's got a variety of things.
Oh, interesting.
My favourite bit is the Japanese bit.
And it's
because I love sushi.
Okay, so this is regular beer, not root beer.
No, this is root beer.
Still root beer. Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, well, it's like it seems like a upscale A&W. Like A&W is like but it's more like almost like a fast food kind of place, but like like mixed with like finer dining, which that sounds interesting. It sounds good.
It is, man.
Yeah, and I've never Yeah, I don't know if I've ever had root beer like what you're saying, where they carbonate it. Well, I don't know. Like maybe this is it. That's sort of like fountain soda, then, right? Like where they. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, as it's poured, it's like the syrup's mixed with like carbonated water.
Yeah, yeah, and I like that's like that's like fountain soda, right? That, and I always like that. I prefer that to canned soda for sure. Yeah, like that's there's one of my favorite restaurants here in Wisconsin is it's called the Cheese Factory, and it's run by this cult, like this religious cult. It's in the Wisconsin Dells, and like I don't know, people from all over the world, like like come believe in it, and people give up their all the money to the organization and whatever. It's sort of Scientology-ish, like. Anyway, one of the people that joined it was like a 5-star chef in New York, like really fancy chef, and she became part of this group. And one of her contributions to the organization is this restaurant, and it's like this all vegetarian, vegan restaurant, but it's got like this 50s theme to it. Where the waitresses wear poodle skirts, and they have an old-fashioned soda jerk with like Green River phosphates, like I don't know, like stuff like they used to have in the 50s, like when you think of people with the striped shirts and like I don't know, like and I don't know, it's just like it's and the food is just incredible. Like even though I wasn't a vegetarian when I was in high, like I didn't like vegetables or like I like fast food, and like they just like they're like I can't believe it's not meatballs was just incredible. I don't know, so I don't know how I talk too much. I'm sorry.
That's cool, bro. Oh, I've just looked at the time. I'm going to have to go. I've got a hospital appointment.
Oh, well, I hope that goes well. Maybe check in later tomorrow or something and let us know how you're doing.
Shall do, bro.
All right, thank you for being on. I really appreciate it.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me.
All right, yeah. All right, bye. So the pill. Got this. There it is. All right, welcome. This is Jason as a social scientist. By Mouth Daily. Pill number 203. Down the hatch. We are robot. Ah, 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 ah. Who's there? All right. I was gonna hang something else, maybe. Commissioner, wait, I don't know. How much time do we have left? 35 minutes, 34 minutes. That was fun. Thank you, Big Mac, for being here. Thank you for being so open. Most appreciated. And I hope you meant it when you come to the United States, that you'll come and visit me. That'll be fun. Grand old time. You can see the sun starting to come up here. The show's been starting so late. time do we have left? Okay, good. Sophie. Sophie. Come here, girl. Thanks for sharing. Minutes. 19 minutes. It's a question and answer show if anybody has any questions. Set alarm for 7 minutes.
Which would you like to change?
Set a timer for 7 minutes.
Okay, 7 minutes and...
Oh, Angel's back. Hey. Yeah, I just got a couple minutes left. I'm just just working on my ID so I can start danging the show again. Because this isn't working. Well, I mean, it's working in a sense. There's no technical difficulties. It's fine. No, I'm fine. And tomorrow night maybe I'll work on my social security application. Big hugs back at you. I'll send you what it looks like. Tell me what you think. I'll send it to you now. I'll send you what it looks like. Tell me what you think. I'll send it to you now. 6 minutes left. I slept a lot during the day yesterday. I caught up on my sleep at least. I'll be alright, I'm sure. So I still have to add my dad's face and the last name, but it's getting there. I can sleep during the day. You did a lot of walking yesterday. I'm in pain. Oh man. Oh, I totally ate it at my kids' thing. Ibuprofen helped, but like my knees all swollen up because we were playing sharks and minnows. It's like a game of tag. Oh, we have like no time left. This is the house of Jack built. This is the mount that Land House of Jack built. This is the rat that ate the mount that Land House of Jack built. This is the cat that killed the rat that ate the mount that Land House of Jack built. This is this is still burning, but not very much. This is the dog that chased the cat that killed the rat that ate the mount that lay in the house Jack built. This is the cow with the crumpled horn that kicked the dog that chased the cat that killed the rat that ate the mount that lay in the house Jack built. This is the maiden all forlorn that milked the cow with the crumpled horn that kicked the dog that chased the cat that killed the rat that ate the mount that lay in the house of Jack built. This is the man all tattered and torn that kissed the maiden all forlorn that milked the cow with the crumpled horn that kicked the dog that chased the cat that killed the rat that ate the mount that lay in the house of Jack built. This is the priest all shaven and shorn that married the man all tattered and torn that kissed the maiden all forlorn that milked the cow with the crumpled horn that kicked the dog that chased the cat that killed the rat that ate the mount that lay in the house of Jack built. This is the cock that crowed in the morn, that woke the priest all shaven and shorn, that married the man all tattered and torn, that kissed the maiden all forlorn, that milked the cow with the crumpled horn, that kicked the dog, that chased the cat, that killed the rat, that ate the malted land, the house of Jack built. This is the farmer that sowed the corn, that fed the cock that crowed in the morn, that woke the priest all shaven and shorn, that married the man all tattered and torn, that kissed the maiden all forlorn, that milked the cow with the crumpled horn, that kicked the dog, that chased the cat, that killed the rat, that ate the malted land, the house of Jack built. Thank you. Have a good day.